Anime fans, One Piece fans, what is good? The answer to that question, of course, is One Piece. One Piece is what's good, and today we're doing this One Piece chapter 965 live reaction. This series really has come a long way. Like, if you're just thinking about it, 965, chapter 965. How crazy is that? And I guess let me just say, check out my Sasuke hoodie, of course. That was completely irrelevant because that's not even the right manga, but you know, let's just get into this live reaction. So let me pull up the chapter here. One Piece 965. Let us do it. So it's called the Kurozumi Clan Conspiracy. So that kind of makes sense because we've seen Orochi, he's kind of conspiring against Tonoyasu and all that. So we got the cover page, of course, Gang Beige, Oh My Family. Basically, Beige beat down on some dudes. It's a pretty nice cover page. It's called Stop Making a Ruckus. You'll draw attention to us. You just kind of see Beige standing over the wrecked body of somebody. So, like, I may have missed the other cover page, but, you know, let's just get into this. So, there are 4 distinct oceans in the world, which are divided by a long strip of sea. Even more surprisingly, this world is actually shaped like a sphere. How astounding! So, you just got the Whitebeard pirates telling Odin stuff. So it says Odin's journey is going swimmingly. So I'm just thinking that we're probably gonna get a confrontation with the Roger Pirates, because like that's some buildup. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got the Roger Pirates, you got the Whitebeard Pirates, and we know Odin is at some point going to transition to the Roger Pirates, and Izo is going to stay behind with Whitebeard, or maybe Izo went with Odin and just went back to Whitebeard when Roger died. But I kind of doubt that. I feel like Izo's probably just gonna stay with Whitebeard from the get-go. So we'll just kind of see how this pans out. I should probably stop talking and, just get into the stream, like get into the chapter reaction, you know what I'm saying? But you got, from a global perspective, Wano is tiny. Where were you born, Toki? I have no idea. I only know that my parents were originally from Wano. That's why I want to go there. And it was just like, Unfortunately, it seems like this ship will never wait. Unfortunately, it seems unlikely that this ship will ever be able to return to Wano. That's what he says. Sorry, I tripped over my words right there. But Toki's like, that's okay. When I'm with you, it feels like I've reached my destination. And then Odin's like, huh? How come? And she's like, ooh, 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 I wonder. And Marco just peeping behind it, and he's like, oh. Like, Marco is just kind of like, oh, and he's kind of blushing because he's like, oh, what am I witnessing? I like how we see Marco at Marineford, and he's so, you see, we saw Marco at Marineford, and he's so serious. He's like this great right hand man of Whitebeard. He's in control. He's smart. He knows what he's doing. He's got things under control. He's the leader. But right now, we're seeing him 30 years ago as this goofy kid who's like looking at like romantic confrontation and being like, oh, like, I just like that. Cool. That's kind of a small, discreet Goda move. Just seeing these characters as kids and seeing how they would have developed from there to the point we originally saw them at, like how this Marco transitioned to the Marco we saw at Marineford, who's just in control, like he would do anything for Whitebeard, he'd do anything for Ace, he was just a whole first commander. But like at this point, he's just like this cabin boy of sorts. And it's just kind of fascinating to see this, and I hope we see Blackbeard in this. So then we see Nekomamushi and Visa and Jozu and Vista, not Visa, I got their names mixed together. But he's like, I wonder what Lord Odin is up to. That's Nekomamushi, and Visa is like, don't interrupt, you tactless cat. And Marco just like, oh, and Jozu's like the same. It's just cool to see the young versions of these characters we respect so much and we've seen as older and mature and just powerful people in general. So I just think it's a really cool thing to see that. So then it seems that even Whitebeard has a natural enemy. It's the Navy! Run for it! That's Whitebeard's ship! And Odin's like, we should just fight them. And Whitebeard's like, they're a large organization. Even if we did stay to fight, war would keep showing up. Because I guess that's a pretty fair thing to say. Because, like, you got Whitebeard. He is a Yonko. Or maybe the Yonko weren't in place at the time. But, like, the Rocks Pirates had disbanded for a few years. He is a powerful man. Even when he was in the Rocks Pirates, he was already infamous. Because the Rocks Pirates were a bunch of infamous pirates joining together. And Whitebeard said it was a crew of captains, so these were all already powerful captains in their own right who joined together for a common goal to take over the world. But still, like, Whitebeard's a powerful person, even if he might not have been as strong as he was in his prime. I'm pretty sure this is prime Whitebeard we're seeing. So the fact that even somebody as powerful as this hesitates to just go against the Navy does show you that he's a smart person and just how powerful the Navy is in general. So, you know, like, you just see Oda tying these little things together, like, you just tying all these stuff together, and even something as simple as a flashback, and that's when you just gotta recognize, like, this is one of the best manga of all time, the best manga of all time in my opinion. But yeah, no, I'm talking a little bit too much, but you know, like, it's fun to go in depth on these things, you know what I'm saying? So Odin's like, so you mean that this organization is overseeing the entire world? Unbelievable to think that was even possible. You'll understand how things are if you keep traveling. You'll be surprised in a way. Your country is still free. And Odin's like, what? Because, like, you know, Wano, closed off country that people, like, Odin thinks of Wano as a stagnant country, like a country that stifles him. But from the perspectives of somebody like Whitebeard, it is a free of sorts country because the Navy is not there breathing down on their necks, as I've said in multiple videos. The world government has no jurisdiction over Wano. It is a powerful country in its own right that is its own. So in a way, Whitebeard's right. Odin was free, and that's just kind of a shock to him because, like, Wano was just a stagnant for him. But now he's hearing that in a way it's free, and that just shows you, like, things aren't black and white. Things aren't always blanket. You know, like, Oda just tying these cool things into the story. Like, man, I love this story. So let's just keep going. So 28 years ago, during the second year of Odin's voyage, he's out! What? How about Tamago, Combo, Chikua, Sukune? So these are all food names, because, like, at first I was like, Tamago? What? Like, we talking about Tamago, and then I'm like, well, Tamago does mean egg? Like, Tamago means egg in the, just Japanese. So, like, if you're talking about Baron Tamago, like, it's because he's got that egg devil fruit, like, where he hatches, dies, reborn, kind of that thing. So, at first I got a bit confused. I'm like, bruh, like, you know what's up. It's just Japanese. So, what? No, wait, I have a better name in mind. It means unrivaled. His name will be Kazuki Momonosuke. Oh! What? Whoa! Oh, okay. So, Momonosuke was born on Whitebeard's ship. Oh! I kind of just assumed that Momonosuke would kind of be born in Wano, but he was actually born on Whitebeard's ship. So that's an interesting piece. That's an interesting fact. And I guess that does make sense because 28 years ago, he's 8 years old now. That whole thing happened 20 years ago. So his name will be Kazuki Momonosuke, and all the Whitebeard pirates are like, yay! And then Izo's like, Lord Odin, you are now a notorious outlaw with a bounty in the outside world. Returning to Wano would be in Lady Toki and Momonosuke's best interest. And then Oda's like, I have not yet found the answers I seek, Izo. And then Toki's like, we'll be fine. And then Nakamomushi is like, it's funny that these newspapers never have any news about Wano. I hope Kin is doing well. So Kinemon. It's just like with Zoe. When a country has no means of contact with the outside world, information rarely gets out. And that's Inarashi. So division leaders? Since our numbers keep growing, how about it? I'm thinking of splitting the crew into 5 divisions. That's great. Let's do it. I agree. I leave the 2nd division to you. And he says that to Odin, and Odin's like, no, I would rather not have that kind of responsibility. And they're like, just do it. So we were right. The 2nd division commander was Odin. And when he left, it got covered up. Like, not covered up. It got vacant. Like, it became vacant because the division commander position when he died was left vacant, or actually when he went to join Roger's crew. So that makes sense because a lot of people are saying Odin's the second division commander or the former one, and I was kind of like, maybe, but apparently it was true. So that's cool to see such a small theory like that come true. So over time, many others would join the crew like we did. You don't get it. We're not fishermen. We're pirates. Understand? Please, I've got nowhere else to go. What's your name? Teach. Bruh! Dude! So we seen Teach join the crew! Whoa! So, yeah, so we know Teach joined the crew to get his hands on the Yami Yami no Mi. So that just shows you how much of a manipulator he is. Even from that young age, he's like, I've got nowhere else to go. He's begging Whitebeard to get on his crew. He's begging Whitebeard to join his crew. He's acting like he wants to be a part of the crew. But in reality, he's actually just going after the devil fruit because he thinks it will get on Whitebeard's ship, which it did. That is... So he's such a schemer even from a young age. It's crazy. Like, bruh. So this is just really cool seeing Teach do all this. And wow, it's been 11 minutes and we're already only 6 pages in. Wow. But it's like Teach is like, I've got nowhere else to go. And then Odin's like, there was another orphan. And then Whitebeard's like, fine then, jump on. The more I see during our travels, the more I realize. Did you see that? There was something flying over there. Wait, Commander! We should scout things out first. And Odin's just running off, just as usual, boisterous as ever, bold as ever. And he's like, I'm just realizing how much there is to see. I can no longer contain my adventurous spirit. Now, meanwhile, in Wano, Lord Sukiyaki, all of the daimyo have gathered in the flower capital. Lord Sukiyaki, and then it says all of the daimyo have gathered in the flower capital. Shogun Sukiyaki is in critical condition. I want Odin to succeed me as the next shogun again. Of course, Lord Sukiyaki. However, Odin is away at the moment. If something were to happen to me before he returns, I feel I must appoint an acting regent to take care of things until his return. I have chosen to appoint that man that Odin regards as a younger brother, Kurozumi Orochi. What? Huh. Odin regards Orochi as a little brother. I feel... Okay, so that must be some manipulating done on Orochi's part, because, like, I'm pretty sure that's not what happened. Then Tonoyasu was like, Orochi, why is he here? That man that Odin regards as a younger brother? So, like, what's his face? Tonoyasu knows he knows that's a lie. And Orochi's like, I cannot adequately express how grateful I am to Lord Sukiyaki and Lord Odin. I may not ever be able to repay my debt during this lifetime. I promise to use this opportunity to redeem the Kurozumi clan. I will atone for my grandfather's foolishness, and I will help out in any way I can. I hope to have everything fully prepared for Lord Odin's eventual homecoming. So you just see Orochi, he's much younger, still looks like a beaver, but, you know, that's just how it be sometimes. Beaver Orochi. And now he's like, until his return, I will serve as his temporary substitute. I shall be no more than a humble figurehead. And he's bowing. He's like, please lend me your support. And then Tonoyasu's like, how come you never mentioned you were a Kurozumi? And then he's like, forgive me. And then he's like, I am very sorry. And you just see shadows on his eyes. Like, he's a bit triggered now. Like, he's mad when he says that. You can see just a little bit of shade, a little bit of anger. You know what I'm saying? Not even a little bit. Like, he's just like, I am very sorry. So, like, you know, of course he's got ulterior plans. His plan was to use his regent position to take over Wano. And it apparently succeeded. And now, crackle, crackle, rumble. So it's raining somewhere in Wano. There's thunder. And he's like, I can see it. Your future. You shall become Shogun. So there's this soothsayer, and she's like, or is it a he? I think it's a he. And he's like, you shall become Shogun. And Orochi's like, huh? And he's like, and then Orochi's like, whoa, you're frightening. Stop trying to scare me, Granny. So I guess it is a girl. And he's like, who are you anyway? So some weird soothsayer just went up to him and said, you shall be Shogun. And this weird granny's like, do you not know what happened to your grandfather? And then Orochi's like, I heard he committed seppuku, but I am unsure about the specifics. And she's like, no, that is a lie. He was killed by the Kazuki clan. But I heard he committed treason. Since when was struggling to obtain power a crime? The ones with power ultimately decide what is right and what is wrong. What was once considered a crime can be redefined as noble. That's pretty factual. Like, that's true. That, like, the ones with power can kind of turn quote unquote bad things into good things. The one who's the strongest, just like in any facet of life, like even in religion, the one who's the strongest is kind of just the one who decides what is right and what is wrong. So like that's some big facts. You see, the previous Kazuki shogun did not have any children to succeed him. So the 5 daimyo who served the Kazuki shogunate started to wonder who the next shogun would be. Every single one of them believed themselves to be the best candidate. So you got the Shimatsuki clan, the Kurozumi clan, the Uzuki clan, the Amatsuki clan, and the Fugetsu clan. So you see that. And then it was then that your grandfather started to make some careful preparations. Preparations to assassinate the other daimyos with poison. His rivals disappeared one by one, their absence being explained by an internal dispute. The shogun, having heard of the demise of his daimyos, became bedridden from illness. Everything was going according to plan. He was on the cusp of claiming the country for himself when an heir was born, Kazuki Sukiyaki. And now this weird old hag is like bawling her eyes out, like she's bawling and crying. So like I guess she's probably got connections to the Kurozumi clan. Maybe she was the grandfather's wife, so his grandmother or something. That spiteful Sukiyaki, the Kurozumi clan's plot to take over the country was eventually exposed, and your grandfather was forced to commit seppuku. On top of that, the entire clan was disbanded. All the territory, the castle, the power, gone. Everything was taken from the Kurozumi clan. The name itself was scorned by the people. Their surviving members were left in homeless squalor. Who was to blame for the pitiful living conditions you find yourself in? Who was to blame? And then Orochi is just triggered now. He's really mad. Like, now that he heard the story, he knows what actually happened, and I guess he thinks that trying to kill people is okay. But now he triggered. He like, the one who was born, Kurozumi Sukiyaki. But to be fair, his family did get ruined, and like he would have been nobility and all that. Like, I get his family got ruined, so that's just something you kind of be triggered out about, like, either way. And then he's angry and he's like, Kazuki Sukiyaki, and the hag is like, yes, if he had never been born, you would be shogun. So he's realizing I would be shogun if it were not for Kurozumi Sukiyaki. No, I keep doing that. Sorry. He's realizing I would have been shogun if it weren't for Kazuki Sukiyaki. So that is, I guess that makes sense because, like, yeah, that's true. He would have been the rightful shogun, if it were not for Sukiyaki. So he's just really mad right now. And then he's just thinking of himself as the shogun. And he's like, me? Indeed. Ooh, how vexing, how spiteful. Are you perhaps my... No, the Kurozumi clans. He's asking her who she is, and she's like, my identity does not matter. She was probably his retainer, or the Kurozumi clan retainer. And she's like, no, just know that I have endured many hardships while I was out of the country. Look at my face. Huh? And then she suddenly shapeshifts her face. And then he's like, huh? My face? She just switched her face from an old hag to a beautiful woman to Orochi's face. And... What? Yo! Bruh! This is the power of the Mane no Mi? That's Bon Clay's fruit. That's Mr. Two's fruit. Yo, we don't really... Could Bon Clay be from Wano and ate the fruit in Wano? Because we know that he's like the same type of like cross-dresser as Izo and Okiku. So if this person who was a retainer of the Kurozumi clan or something like that had the Mane no Mi, and Bon Clay's an orphan in Wano and goes and takes it, bruh, Like, look at these connections Oda is tying. This is crazy. He has the Mana no Mi, and he's like, if you follow my instructions, I shall grant you the power you need to become shogunate. And then Orochi's like, I will do anything. Begin hoarding as much gold as you can and start manufacturing weapons. The quality of Wando's craftsmanship is exceptional. If you make good use of that advantage, you will be able to get some big players to back your cause. And then in Hakumai, my name is Orochi. My entire family died due to illness. And Tony was like, how tragic. You are welcome to work for me. And then he's like, Orochi disappeared? It might be just a coincidence, but all of the gold in the safe is gone too. So it's just showing like Orochi stole it because of what the guy said, so we can amass money to take over Wano. So it's cool we're seeing Orochi's backstory now. And then in Curry, are you the guy from Yasui's place? My name is Orochi, haha. Lord Yasui has been so generous I could not bear asking him to lend me more money. And then Odin's like, I see, leave it to me. And then Odin gave him money, and Orochi's like, please, I need more money. And he's like, again? Please, I need more money. Again? I will definitely pay you back soon. Please, I need more money. And then Odin was about to give him more money, and then Dendro was like, Lord Odin! And then Odin's like, he said he'd pay me back soon, so... Odin? This is sudden. Is something wrong? You came without your retainers, so this is the flower capital now. And then Odin's like, I want to give this guy a job at the castle here. He works very hard and can make medicine. He has been like a younger brother to me. Oh, so he actually referred to him as younger brother because of all the money he was giving him. So that's well played by Orochi. Orochi just was acting all pitiful, got on Odin's good side. Odin's like, he's like my little brother. And that just got Orochi a good spot in the palace. And then he can kind of whisper in Sukiyaki's ear. Because this was all of his plan. So I'm assuming the guy who had the Mana no Mi probably is going to give it to Orochi. Not give it to Orochi, but give Orochi his devil fruit. His Yamato nor Orochi one. So then Odin's like, alright, farewell. And then the old hag is like, or Nikio, I can't really do the laugh. But then Orochi's like, I finally made it this far. If something happens to me, I leave everything to you, Orochi. Yes, sir, Lord Sukiyaki. And then they're laughing together, like, and Orochi's like, Pah. Shortly afterwards, news of Shogun Sukiyaki's passing spread throughout Wano. One day, during the 4th year of Odin's voyage, what the heck is going on? The fish are going crazy. Could this be the signal of some kind of natural disaster? It seems to be coming from that island, Whitey-chan. Yeah, I wonder if there's some sort of monster over there. Let's take a look, Marco. Marco's changing into his phoenix form. No way, yo. That doesn't sound like fun to me. Wahaha! And Odin's like, haha. Come on, Hiyori Momonosuke. Everything is fine. There's no big deal. So now Hiyori has been born by this point. And then, huh? You're kidding. Even those ferocious beasts are running away. We see giant alligators, tigers, gorillas, elephants. They're like, what the heck is on that island? Roger! Let's go! Roger is on the island. And Roger's like, next time, ring someone like Sengoku or Garp. You lot aren't even worth my time. And Bucky's in, Captain Roger! Whitebeard ship just side of the island. And then Rayleigh's like, we've only just finished this fight, Roger. And Roger's like, Whitebeard, huh? It's been a long time since we last crossed paths. And Shanks is like, are we gonna see how Shanks got his scar? Are we gonna see Shanks versus Blackbeard? Bro, if we see Shanks versus Blackbeard, I'm going to have a heart attack, bro. Dude, this is just, let us go. So, this is sure gonna be a rowdy island. They must have already disembarked. And we see Shanks. He's got Roger's hat on, because Roger doesn't have his hat on right now. So Shanks has Roger's hat on. We see Crocus. We see Scarpa Gabon. We see that guy who's unnamed. We see a lot of unnamed guys, but we just see the Roger Pirates. All these powerful dudes. And then Roger's like, since our lives are in an endless brawl anyway, we might as well just go at it. After all, I don't have much longer to live. This may be the final time we encounter each other, Whitebeard. Huh. Nani? The chapter ended? Bro, we're about to see Roger and Whitebeard meet next chapter. So, We're about to see Roger and Whitebeard meet next chapter. This is crazy. I am so hyped for the next chapter. So let's talk about this real quick. So this chapter was great. 10, maybe not. No, 10 out of 10. Let's just, no, probably not 10, because 10 out of 10 is something like chapter 957. But 9 out of 10, amazing chapter, ton of information, super gripping, super interesting. We've seen Roger and Whitebeard meet, and they're about to battle, because I know some people might say, remember that flashback where we saw them on the island of Sakura's, where Roger was telling Whitebeard about the Void Sentry. So that might be what this is. But remember, Shanks does not have his scar yet. They are going to battle, and Blackbeard is going to scar Shanks. This is probably where Shanks get his scar from Blackbeard. This is probably where Odin's going to fight Roger and his crew and going to realize how strong he is and gain respect for Roger, because he hasn't met Roger yet. And this is probably going to be the pivotal point where Odin goes to join Roger. Dude! Oh, we're gonna see the Roger Pirates versus the Whitebeard Pirates, and we might even get some of the names of the Roger Pirates. I am so excited. Like, dude, I cannot wait till next chapter. This is going to be insane. This is gonna be insane. This is gonna be insane. Bro. Yo. Dude. I cannot wait for this. Like, I know. Amazing chapter, 9 out of 10. Predictions for next chapter, I believe that we are going to, we're gonna go see Shanks get his scar, or maybe not, but the battle will probably be off screen, to be honest. But we're just Roger and Whitebeard are gonna clash, and they are going to battle in the next chapter. So that's just something cool. That's something amazing. Like, this is pretty hype. This is pretty hype. Right, Whitebeard Pirates versus the Roger Pirates, even if it's off screen, and just like, what if we see little Shanks and his fresh scar over his eye? That's just gonna be awesome. Dude, I am so stinking hyped right now. So, next chapter is gonna be lit. Expect a live reaction for that, because I really want to see what happens next. I wanted to see what happens when the Roger Pirates and the Whitebeard Pirates clash. And just one last thing, seeing Roger without his hat was kind of cool, because I'm pretty sure, like, we've never seen him without a hat before, besides his execution. And just seeing him beat up this Marine, he had some kind of Marine in his hand, and the Marine was bloody. He just completely destroyed the Marine, and he's like, next time send somebody like Sengoku or Garp. So it was just cool to see that savage side of Roger, this Marine that he just completely banged on this. He just hammered this Marine. So it's just a pretty cool thing to see Roger destroy a Marine like that. You know what I'm saying? It was just cool. This chapter was amazing. As I said, 9 out of 10. Amazing chapter. As I said, predictions for next chapter. Just a follow-up on this whole thing. Seeing the Whitebeard and Roger Pirates meet up, see what their interactions are. We'll probably go to Wano and see what Orochi is doing, see some of the stupid nefarious stuff he's going on, some the nefarious dealings going on over there. But yeah, great chapter. Thanks for watching this live stream. Thanks for watching this live reaction. If you enjoy my content and only if you enjoy my content, like this video, subscribe, and even share this video, and turn on notifications for more One Piece content and live chapter reactor streams. I enjoy doing this. I hope you guys did too. Amazing chapter. Enjoyed it a ton. And you know what? I'm out. Peace.